Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary. Let's dive into some of what makes this exclusive Macan so cool and so exclusive. So starting with the exterior color, we decided to go with chalk. Chalk is a fairly new color in Porsche's lineup, but has been quite popular since it launched and looks great on the Macan and affords us an opportunity to do some nice kind of contrast and stuff which I'll dive into in just a second. Why don't we start at the front of the car? So with the Macan GTSs, they all come with the sport design body kit. It gives you a kind of a different front bumper, looks a little bit sportier than the standard Macan. In fact, as it happens, we have a standard Macan just beside this one. Now that one is a more basic spec, still has everything that I would say you really need. All those must-have features are there without getting a little bit more indulgent in some of those other really unique customizable options, which obviously we did on the GTS. So if you look at the front bumper of this one, you can see still a very sporty looking car, but you have more just kind of black unpainted plastic through the bumper here. This kind of protrudes out here, this piece of plastic. Again, still looks great. But if we go over to the GTS, you can see this one's just kind of been taken to the next level immediately, just a whole different style. Doesn't protrude on the end here, doesn't have the same kind of stuff on the side here, a little bit different. But then taking it even further, we did this one with the gloss black. So all of your kind of vents and veins and stuff in here is all gloss black, a little bit shinier, a little bit more premium looking than on the standard Macan. And then that theme is kind of carried throughout the car. So we'll walk around and dive into some of that. But of course, we have to stop at these wheels. These are a 21-inch wheel, and they are, as you can tell, painted to match the exterior color of the car. So you can do that with any color that we offer, and makes for a really, really impactful look. And being 21 inches, those are the largest ones currently offered on the Macan, and really fill out the wheel wells nicely. Again, the car beside us here has the more standard, more typical 18-inch Macan wheel. Nothing wrong with that one, but you can definitely tell the visual impact of the 21 versus the standard one. And then coming back a little bit further, some other little touches that we've done here. So on the side mirror, this has the Sport Design side mirror, and we also did that in high gloss black. So the standard mirror, if we take a look at that, which you see on this Macan here, you've got a single piece and it's unpainted black plastic. That's fine. That's 90% of the cars. But if you really want to take it to that next level, you can do this. You get the Sport Design mirror. You've got the split spoke. It looks a little bit sportier. And in this case, we did the gloss black to tie in with that front bumper we looked at earlier, and a few other aspects I'll touch on in a second. You can also get that Sport Design mirror in body color, so the whole thing is painted to match the body. Another nice looking option. But then, yeah, continuing that kind of gloss black theme, we did, of course, the gloss black window surrounds, and then the roof rails in the gloss black as well to continue that over. And then door handles, another option you can do in gloss black. So we thought, might as well. We've done all these other gloss black accents. Why not have kind of as many as we can and dial up that contrast, make it really pop. And then we get to the side blade along the bottom. So the standard finish for that is what they call lava black, and it's just kind of an unpainted black plastic like on the front of the Macan we looked at earlier. So you can paint that body color, or you can do gloss black. You can also do silver and carbon fiber, but in this one we continued that gloss black theme and painted a gloss black, and then added that red GTS designation on the side, again, just to make it pop and make it quite obvious that it's such a special thing. Over here you see the more standard black finish. And then with all of these options, by the way, that we're doing on this Macan GTS, you can put almost any of them on any variant. It doesn't have to be a GTS to enable you to do these things. That's just something Porsche offers kind of across the model lineup. So let's come back to the back of the vehicle. A couple of things to point out back here. Now, as this one is a GTS, the GTSs come with a few more standard options. So these clear taillights are actually standard on the GTS, but you can put them on any Macan that you like. Without them, they're more red, which you see on the standard Macan beside us. And then as well, on the standard Macan, you have the standard model designation, which is in kind of that silver chrome finish. It'll say Porsche and then Macan. You can delete that. You can paint it black, or as we've done in this exclusive example, you can paint it body color. And then because this one's a GTS, you automatically get that Porsche logo in black. That is optional on the other variants as well. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we did the sport design package in gloss black, and that changed that front bumper. Also changes in the back here. You can see all those lower details are in gloss black as well. And then one of my favorite little touches over here, if we take a look at the fuel door, inside they did the aluminum look fuel filler cap, which is, you know, a small subtle touch. Perfectly understandable for people to look at that and say, okay, you know, I don't need to spend my money there. I can allocate it somewhere else. And that's the beauty of all of these options. You know, with Porsche, it's about customizing it to your taste and where do you want to spend that money, and you can really make it your own. But what I like about this is it is something that you are physically interacting with, not every day, but on a regular basis. So if you're trying to decide, okay, where is it really worth it for me to spend the money, and where, you know, is it less impactful? To me, actually, while it seems unnecessary, that is something that, again, you're touching every day. You're having that, you know, visceral experience. So it may be worthwhile. It just makes it a little bit more exciting and engaging every time you fill up the fuel tank. So that largely sums up what we've done to the exterior of this vehicle. Let's take a look at the inside, where we've continued the concept and did a whole bunch of really cool customization and added a lot of those Porsche exclusive options. So starting with what kind of draws the eye first, this carbon fiber trim. So we've added that. That's not altogether uncommon. The carbon fiber trim is a popular trim, but we've taken it a step further, and we've paired in the carbon fiber door sills with the illuminated model designation, which I find is great. Ties it in beautifully. Without it, you would have you know, a brushed aluminum trim down there. It looks fine, but if you've done the carbon on the doors, you might as well do it on the door sill. I think it looks great. And then some other more rarely seen options. You may have already noticed the air vents. We painted those in exterior color, which is just really, really cool. And again, rarely seen, but a great way, you know, if you really love the exterior of your car, that's great, but usually it's other people that see it more so than you. Painting the air vents allows you to kind of take that color inside and experience it yourself more of the time that you're actually spending with the car. So really, really cool option that we see too rarely, I think, and that's part of, again, why we do this, bring these cars into the showroom to show people what you can do without them having to commit to doing it themselves. So let's look a little bit closer. A few other things worth pointing out in here: the steering column. So we've wrapped that piece in leather as well, and you can see just that stitching on top. It's a really high quality, smooth finish leather. And again, a piece that, you know, most people may not care about, but if, you know, you're at the level of a Porsche vehicle, you're spending a lot, you want a high quality vehicle with high quality materials everywhere. And I have had customers point out that, you know, I open the door, my eyes are drawn to that plastic steering column. Well, we can address that. We can wrap that in leather too. There's almost no limit, really, to the extent that Porsche can go in making everything feel just the utmost quality, and that's another subtle touch that I really like. Also in that same kind of area, you see that the instrument dials are white, just kind of continuing that monochromatic style we're going for with this one. And then if you look a little bit further, you can see that sport chrono dial on the dashboard, also in white, just to continue that theme over. And then in the center console there, this is, you can tell I really like these little touches, but the gear shift lever, that's the aluminum gear selector, and but the aluminum one that does, to me, feel a little bit nicer in the hand. I prefer the shape, and it's another thing that you're physically interacting with every time you're in the cars. And all these little subtle touches that may not seem entirely necessary, they do add up to make for what's just a special experience, as our cars should be, right? Every time you get in them, it should feel special, and not just like, you know, like an appliance, just something to get you from A to B. It should be a special experience every time. And that's been a close look at our Macan GTS exclusive show car. So I hope you enjoyed this look, and I hope it gave you a little bit of insight into the options that Porsche has available in our cars. I love this example. It is available, this specific one, if you wanted to come down and purchase it. Of course, that's what it's here for at the end of the day, but also just to be inspired. So again, hope that was useful to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching.